Here are 5 cloud architecture concepts that every modern app needs. And why skipping them? It's like building a house on a trampoline. Let's break down the cloud so even your grandma could scale an app. Here's what you're gonna learn: hosting a website for free on AWS S3, how to automate with code, how to scale smoothly, choosing the right cloud, and ending with how to master storage. Hi, I'm Edna. Welcome to my channel. I help software professionals grow their skills and become more productive by using AI powered tools and workflows. I've been in tech for over a decade now, and I've experienced it all: promotions, a layoff, and burnout, which all together made me rethink everything about my job. That's when I decided to create a space for real talk and real growth. I publish videos every week, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's talk cloud providers. There are 3 big players out there: AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. AWS is known for having many services and tools and a great community support. It's like the Swiss Army knife of the cloud world. Azure is great if you're using Microsoft tools. It basically hooks up into anything for Microsoft. And Google Cloud is really good for AI and ML world. It dominates it because of things like TPUs and Vertex AI. But most companies actually use more than one of these products. For example, they could be using AWS for API, and GCP for Google Analytics, and Azure for their compliance. Now, let me show you how to host your website for free on AWS S3. All it takes is 5 quick steps. Create a bucket, upload your site files, turn on static hosting, allow public access, and grab your website link. No servers, no configs, just pure cloud magic. All right, step 1. We're gonna go to S3 and create a bucket. This is your website's cloud home. Step 2. We're going to upload our index.html file and any other assets that we like. Step 3, here under properties, I'm going to enable static website hosting. And after that, we just need to go to permissions and set public read access so the whole world can see our website. Now, copy the website URL and open it. Voila! Your site is live. That's it. Free hosting, zero hassle. Quick cloud reality check: that 3 cents per gigabyte that you might have noticed sounds cheap, right? Until you forget to turn off a test environment. Cloud bills don't explode, they quietly grow. Always set budgets, alerts are very important, and delete those old buckets. I promise you, future you will thank you very much. If you've enjoyed this video so far, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button, comment, and share it. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow, but also to show this content to others who might find it useful. And in return, here is a cute picture of my dog, Kaden. All right, let's continue, shall we? Let's get to the core concepts. The first one is infra as code. Why keep clicking around menus if you can write it once and use it forever? Terraform lets you do that. It lets you define your infra and write it in code. Imagine deploying 5 web servers, their firewall rules, and also a database, all with a simple file. Yeah, that is infra as code for you. The next one is virtual private cloud, VPC. It's like having your own apartment in the cloud. You set up walls, you lock the door, you control who gets in and out of the apartment. You can think of the public subnet like that front room where it's open to guests. And your database, it's hidden in the back with no street access. Now let's talk about regions and availability zones. The cloud is basically split into regions. East US, for example, West US, Tokyo. And each region has multiple zones, basically separate data centers. Why? Because if one goes down, the others continue working. That is basically your disaster recovery without drama. For example, when AWS Virginia Zone went down, services like Netflix and Zoom continued working because they were multi zoned. Next one is elastic load balancing and auto scaling. Imagine a restaurant. The host is the load balancer. They basically direct guests to their tables. If there are more guests coming, they open more tables. And if there are fewer guests, then they close a few tables. That's exactly what happens when your app is able to scale. Basically, services like AWS lets your app keep its performance, but also saves you money when the traffic is low. And lastly, different cloud storage types. S3 in the world of AWS is like your attic. You store files and you forget it. EBS is like your SSD card. It's fast, local, and responsive. And EFS, it's like your shared drive among machines. It's great for collaboration. In our demo, we used S3 because we were saving static files. But normally for apps and databases, EBS is used for really fast and quick access. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button, comment, and share it. If you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button as well. I would really appreciate it because it will help the channel grow, but also to show this content to others who may find it useful. And now I leave you with a joke because life is too short not to laugh. Why did the cloud application break up with the data center? Because it needed more space. Well, and a higher uptime.